I know it's hard on the east side. I know it's real on the west side. But I'm not afraid of these streets, because I've been here most of my life. See, y'all don't understand. I got blood, sweat, and tears in this life. When everybody else fails, it makes me who I am. My city, my city, my city, my
So let me put it to you like this. We got our hands up like Mike Brown, but we still getting shot down.
city's going through it right now, but the Lord will make a way somehow. I love my city, everywhere I go. I love my city. I gotta let the world know. We're gonna make it, y'all. Yeah, yeah.
My city,
We're gonna make it through. Gotta do a whole lot of praying to get back to the way that it was.
We have about 4 minutes to start.
Background is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank
The
you.
grace and the flowers. Wow.
Amazon. Thank you. I'm trying to find an announcement.
How's Dr. Witherspoon?
I think she's okay. I haven't spoken to her today. I'll speak to her later. I have to go for an infusion, and after my infusion, I'll come back and talk to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about her Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I spoke to her Thursday.
What's that?
Yes, I spoke to her on Thursday.
Oh,
She was
good.
doing okay. She was still a little woozy, but she was doing okay.
where you at? My city.
If it's okay, First Lady Parish, I'd like to share a short video about 3 minutes before I do the slide presentation. It's from 1980, but it's the beginning of Sunshine. It's really sweet with Chrissy, one of the very first children that we helped.
Right. That'll be fine. Yeah. You can already see us on Facebook.
Facebook, okay.
You can already see us, so.
Oh yeah, when I was getting ready this morning, I had the station on, the music. It was wonderful. Oh, great. Some soft and beautiful, and then lively, and I loved it, dancing around in her.
Yeah.
On your feelings and start trusting in God's word. 'Cause I'm persuaded he will keep me. He'll never leave me till I see his face someday. Another day. Yeah.
I think we're about to start.
And I know it's gonna keep me till it returns again. Have you ever felt like Lord could make it now? Didn't have the strength to go through. Struggles and trials always got you down. You're quite low, but you're
Gospel 88.7 WEHA. It's more than music. It's ministry.
Port Republic, Atlantic City, and now on FM Translator 100.3 W262CF, Atlantic City, Pleasantville.
Hi, I'm Atlantic City's Mayor Marty Small Sr., and it's a great day here in the city of Atlantic City. Can we say great day?
Great day!
I'm Pat Bailey, Councilwoman at Large.
I'm Stephanie Marshall, Councilwoman at Large.
I am M. Suel Ahmed, candidate for Councilman at Large.
And we are the Team Small Ticket. Listen up, Atlantic City. This is an extremely important election, starting with early voting June 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th at Carumba Hall, with the traditional election day June 10th at your polling place. We humbly ask you for your vote and support so we can continue to progress in the great city of Atlantic City with lower taxes, fiscal responsibility, and more programming for our youth.
As a senior citizen, I'm enthusiastic about all the programs and activities we have, and more importantly, I feel safe in my city.
I support housing development, small business, infrastructure improvements, and clean streets.
As a member of the multicultural community, I am pleased with the programs and services we have for our community under the small administration.
So dream big, vote small, push F2 for Mayor Marty Small.
Push G4 for Pat Bailey.
Push G5 for Stephanie Marshall.
Push G6 for M. Suel Ahmed.
Paid for by the people to re-elect Marty Small Sr. for Mayor, Stephanie Marshall, Treasurer. Hi, I'm Atlantic City's Mayor Marty Small Sr., and it's a great day here in the city of Atlantic City. Can we say great day?
Great day!
I'm Pat Bailey, Councilwoman at Large.
I'm Stephanie Marshall, Councilwoman at Large.
I am M. Suel Ahmed, candidate for Councilman at Large.
And we are the Team Small Ticket. Listen up, Atlantic City. This is an extremely important election, starting with early voting June 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th at Carumba Hall, with the traditional election day June 10th at your polling place. We humbly ask you for your vote and support so we can continue to progress in the great city of Atlantic City with lower taxes, fiscal responsibility, and more programming for our youth.
As a senior citizen, I'm enthusiastic about all the programs and activities we have, and more importantly, I feel safe in my city.
I support housing development, small business, infrastructure improvements, and clean streets.
As a member of the multicultural community, I am pleased with the programs and services we have for our community under the small administration.
So dream big, vote small, push F2 for Mayor Marty Small.
Push G4 for Pat Bailey.
Push G5 for Stephanie Marshall.
Push G6 for M. Suel Ahmed.
Paid for by the people to re-elect Marty Small Sr. for Mayor, Stephanie Marshall, Treasurer.
The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily those of WEHA, Gospel 88.7 and 100.3 FM. We have Gospel, Spread the Gospel Inc., or any of its sponsors. WEHA is a listener-supported radio station. To make a donation, call 609-641-8870. Visit our headquarters at 3 Canal Drive, Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, 08234, or log on to our website, wehavegospel.com.
We have gospel.
Good morning. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to In the Community with Dr. Thelma Witherspoon and First Lady Parrish. And I'm First Lady Parrish, sitting in today for Dr. Witherspoon, who is recovering. She said thank you so much for all your calls, your texts, and calls during her recovery period. Today we're so excited with our show. I'm excited. We're in our bright yellow because today we'll be talking about the Sunshine Foundation. So we'll give you a few announcements and then we'll get right into with Miss Kate Sample, and we're so excited to be doing this today. We want to let you know that we're coming to you. This show is sponsored by the Hawks Family Businesses, which include moving, janitorial services, and Beacon Hall, the venue of the Atlantic County. You can have anything there, baby shower, repast, receptions, or any event that you'd like, and they're in Egg Harbor City. So they've been in this community. Presidente William Hawks and Lady Praise have been entrepreneurs and trailblazers in our community for almost 40 years. So they're not newbies, and anything you need, you give them a call and they will help you. And if they can't help you, they will direct you to the right person. We also want to make a special announcement about the Westminster Christian Worship Center food distribution, which is every fourth Wednesday of the month. We start at 11 and we end at 3. And at 3, we're still there. And we're coming up in June, so June 25th, bring your bags, bring your carts, bring your wagons, and load up, because there's a client's choice, which means that you come in and you shop like you're in any grocery store, getting anything from diapers, detergent, soap products, food, meats, water, baby diapers, feminine products, anything you can name, they have it. And they give you a produce box with cheese and milk and eggs and things. Then they give you another box. One's a protein, one's a vegetable, with all kinds of big vegetables in there. So if you don't need it, tell somebody else and send them on over to 2015 Morningside Avenue in Atlantic City. That is in Venice Park. Okay? All right. So I think those are our announcements. We didn't have a lot. Some other things happened this week, and they've already passed us by. Also, you know what's coming up? I just had this announcement. The farmers market fairs, resource fair, every third Wednesday for May, June, and July, which is May 21st, June 18th, and July 16th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Atlantic Healthplex at 1401 Atlantic Avenue, Atlantic City. Come connect with local resources, fresh produce, and enjoy the community vibe, rain or shine, open to all. And this is in Midtown Atlantic City. And thank you, Lady Praise, for this announcement. So we ask you to keep that in mind. Mark your calendars. Well, May's going on. June 18th is coming up, and so is July 16th. So go out there and mingle around, and you may see some of your family and friends out there to meet and greet. Okay? All right. So we're going to go right into our show with the Sunshine Foundation, see what a dream can do, answering the dreams of chronically ill children, seriously ill, physically and challenged, and abused children. So today we're going to talk with Miss Kate Sample, president of the Sunshine Foundation, in her bright sunshiny yellow. Hi, Kate. How are you?
Very good. I'm so excited and happy to be here. Thank you, First Lady Parrish. And I had the pleasure to meet Dr. Witherspoon at the opening of Thistle and Ivy. That is a thrift store that just opened recently in May, and they're having proceeds, donations are going to help a young girl, Gabriella, who's in Mays Landing, who has severe level 3 autism, to have her dream come true. So, it was a pleasure to meet Dr. Witherspoon, and I'm glad that she's recovering pretty well, and it's great to meet you, First Lady Parrish. And,
Thank you.
The Sunshine Foundation has had all volunteer chapters in South Jersey that have been making dreams come true for the past almost 49 years, as the foundation's been around. And I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. I remember a Mr. Sample years back.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, he was the police officer. As a matter of fact, could I share a quick little video?
Sure.
From back in the beginning, from 1980. He started the foundation in 76.
Okay.
Now bear with me while I figure this technology stuff out.
Yeah.
There we are. Let me go here, and I'm just shooting it so it's not so long. And so this is Christy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear it?
Her dream is to meet a mouse named
Yes.
Just had Johnny, Mickey Mouse and
That's Bill.
Sample seldom takes a vacation himself, but in a sense, he travels with every child he touches. Sent Christina searching for a land beyond her storybooks, a land where Minnie Mouse actually lives. To the parents, illnesses, Bill Sample is a miracle worker, a man who brings joy when hope is gone. In the past 4 years, Bill Sample and his friends have granted wishes for more than 500 children and their families, without government aid, without corporate sponsors. Just one man and his friends who thought something ought to be done. For today, Bob Dotson, NBC News, Philadelphia.
Oh, wow. Good.
Am I still with everybody?
Yes, you're
Oh,
here.
great, because all of a sudden I realized that maybe I should have pressed share for everybody to see that. But did you see it? And that's Chrissy. Did you see the video?
No, we didn't see the video.
my
We just heard it.
Oh, my.
It's okay. It's okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're family. Everybody's listening and looking in. We are family.
Why is it saying, sharing's not turned on, it says.
Oh, no? Well, I don't know. Am I supposed to turn share on?
Because it's beautiful. It's about...
But I heard it. Yes.
Oh, you
I heard the
guys heard
excitement
it?
of the
Okay.
kids.
Yeah, Chrissy survived. This is back in 1980 when leukemia had like a 20% life expectancy, and she survived. She has since had a child of her own. Bob Dotson revisited with Bill and Chrissy back, about 15 years ago, and her parents said that they feel like her meeting Minnie Mouse helped her survive leukemia. But yeah, and so he was a Philadelphia police officer. That's why you may have heard at St. Christopher's Hospital for Children, and got to know the families, wanted to do something. And the first dream was, child was Bobby. It was from Warminster, PA. He had leukemia as well. And this is before Make-A-Wish and other wish-granting groups. And he went to Bobby's nurse and said, what would Bobby like? What does he talk about? And she said to play in the snow. So Bill got, as the video says, he got a group of people together and they got some funds and they sent Bobby to Fernwood Resorts in the Poconos with his family to get away from the hospital, all the treatments, all the stuff. And the same thing with Chrissy. She was from, Chrissy was actually a patient at CHOP and Children's Hospital, and she also, and NBC did a special on Chrissy. It was just beautiful, and her having her dream come true. And then that just, in 1981, Reader's Digest did an article, The Cop Who Spread Sunshine, about this Philly cop who's given dreams to children. And next thing you know, that Bill retired, the board asked Bill to retire early from the police force so that he could handle Sunshine full time, because once that Reader's Digest article came out, everybody knew about Sunshine and had children to refer, funds to give. Thank goodness, it just worked out beautifully. And here we are, November 18th will be 49 years that we've been in existence. And then after the Reader's Digest article, later, that's when, other wish-granting groups came about, but we've managed over the years to be the only wish-granting organization that gives dreams to children who don't have that, who wouldn't qualify for the other wish-granting organizations. So in other words, we don't limit to life-threatening. We give dreams to children who have lifelong severe, and of course it's wonderful what everybody else does, but we just want to give to those children who wouldn't be served by another wish-granting organization. And also we're unique because we have household income limits. So we're reaching out to children whose parents, and that's how Bill wanted it to be, for children whose parents can't afford to give them a dream come true. So we do have, if I could share the slide presentation, the PowerPoint, am I able to share?
Well, let me see, because I'm good. I saw something that says share. Okay. Sharing is not turned on. Okay, this host isn't allowing sharing. So I don't know why. Jared! I don't know.
That's okay, because in the meantime, I just wanted to, I'm going to go here. Okay. But so that's okay. In the meantime, I'll just share. And then when Bill started the foundation, people heard about it. And in South Jersey, a Cape Atlantic, all volunteer Cape Atlantic chapter started that began helping children. They were out of Ocean City, helping children in South Jersey and all over. And then Williamstown, Hamilton, we still have Tuckerton, all volunteer chapters. South Jersey is so generous. I mean, it's really wonderful. And also as we evolved, because we couldn't really say no to children who lived in other parts of the U.S., so we do give dreams from one location to children all over the country, because Bill also wanted us to be good stewards of the donor dollar, so 81% of the funds that we spend go directly to the mission of, giving a child a dream. And yeah, when we get the sharing, I can show you some of the stories of, I'm just thinking of, I have some pictures of some of the children from South Jersey. Are we ready? Do you think? Oh,
yeah, I didn't see it. I tried, but it said share, and
it doesn't have an option there.
No, it said this host isn't allowing sharing. Now, did you do your share?
Yeah, I can push share, but it says the host isn't allowing sharing for this meeting.
Oh. Well, I really don't.
So maybe it's a general.
Maybe.
So, I'm going to just I'm going to just bring up in case you're able to figure it out. I'm going to bring it up. And the first slide I have is about Janessa. Janessa's from Pleasantville, New Jersey, and she had her dream come true. She has Down syndrome. So that's what I was, when it comes to the diagnosis, we don't require life-threatening, but we do require severe profound. So we give dreams to children with Down syndrome, with traumatic brain injury, with cerebral palsy, spina bifida, and the trauma from sexual or physical abuse as well. And I love this opportunity, Lady Parish, because I want to for people to go and check out sunshinefoundation.org, and if they know of a child who they feel like could benefit, that's what this is all about, is helping more children. And because there's so many out there, and we don't have a big advertising budget, so this is like so important to us to be able to be on the show and share what we do, so maybe we can help another child. So yeah, Janessa's from Pleasantville. She went to, and there's a picture on the slide, you can't see it, but she's in front of the Magic Kingdom. And she and her family went down to, that was her dream come true, on her birthday. She's got a big banner that says birthday girl, because she went on her birthday. And yeah, so, and the next slide is a picture of Bill and Chrissy, and then also it shares our mission. So for everyone listening, we give dreams to children who are from the ages of 3 to 18. We do get medical confirmation that they have a severe, profound physical, developmental, intellectual, or trauma from physical sexual abuse. So any of those, and like I said, that is a diagnosis that would not qualify these children. Like Janessa, Down syndrome does not qualify for other wish-granting groups. So, please keep that in mind. Don't assume that our diagnosis is like other wish-granting organizations. And then our family household income cannot exceed $75,000 for the family, the guardian, the family who's applying for their child. And that allows us to and that's different too. Other wish-granting groups do not have that criteria. So we're grateful to be able to reach out to children who really, their parents can't afford to get them something special, or take a special trip, or get a special chair for them that they need, funding for a wheelchair. So, and the child has to be a citizen of the United States. And our history, we were founded in 1976. First dream was Bobby. I talked about that. And then Reader's Digest, The Cop Who Spread Sunshine. And we've actually made dreams come true, spread sunshine into the lives of children, over 43,000 children since 1976, which we're proud of. And also what makes us unique is the criteria, keeping that in mind. Level 3 severe autism is a diagnosis. It's probably the most common that we give dreams to children who have that diagnosis. So not the entire spectrum, but level 3 severe autism, because the children will spend the rest of their lives needing help and support. And that's what we try to do, is be there to spread some sunshine. And in so many instances, parents, especially like the trip to Disney World or Universal or Legoland is very generous in their support for us in Universal. It's a once in a lifetime. So when they come back, parents have told me that they'll have a little photo album or pictures, and when the child has any challenges, they go through the pictures and share the memories, and it really it stays with the family and the child. And also sometimes they'll go to Great Wolf Lodge, different places for trips. The families, and we do families who have the limited income, and what makes us unique too is we are largely volunteer driven. We don't have bricks and mortar offices where we're paying salaries and all. We just have one location in Southampton. We have 4 full-time, 2 part-time employees, and then in Florida we have a dream village, because that was Bill's dream when so many of the children wanted to go to Central Florida. Back in the late 80s, he raised money along with the help of a lot of others, and went down to Florida, found the land, and built our dream village that is about 7.5 acres, a fairy tale village based on the Snow White and Seven Dwarfs theme. And the children, when they go to Central Florida for their dream, they stay in one of our cottages. We have 9 rather fairy tale themed cottages. One is in the forest, and another one is an elf cottage, and an underwater spaceship cottage where the bedroom and the children's each cottage sleeps 8, and the children have their own bedroom. In the spaceship cottage, they sleep in a spaceship. It's really cool. If anybody is down around Central Florida, it's in Davenport, just 20 minutes west of the Magic Kingdom. Please stop by and visit, or reach out to Kate at sunshinefoundation.org. I'll tell you where it is. But anyway, families, we're largely volunteer. Our chapters are all volunteer, and only 2 staff locations, and we are direct service. So that's also what helps us. We get the medical information, we get the financial information for the children to meet the criteria, have everything done right in our location. So, we're not giving money out to and we're just, as Bill would say, we're funded by everyday people. Grateful to everyone who supports us. And I'm looking right now at, if I could share the picture, it would be wonderful, of JJ. JJ's from Ocean City, and I had the pleasure of meeting him at our chapter. Our all-volunteer chapter there has a golf tournament every year, which is in September. And I met JJ and his mom and his sister, and he is just amazing. He is level 3 severe autism, and he went to, his dream was Universal Studios, and he went for his once in a lifetime, and just loved it. And SeaWorld they went to as well, and Disney. And he stayed at our Sunshine Foundation Dream Village, which is pretty cool. And you can go to our website and see the Dream Village as well, and take a look at that. Giannis from Tom's River, she has cerebral palsy, and she got a little therapy dog. It's adorable. It's a little brown puppy, and that was her dream. And so we do Magical Dreams is the #1 request, and that's to go to Florida and visit all the theme parks. And we have special dreams, which can be like shopping sprees, bedroom makeovers, computers and iPads, outdoor play sets, family trips, whatever, adaptive tricycles. And also, so the next slide, we talk about our all-volunteer Cape Atlantic chapter in Ocean City, New Jersey, and Lailani just had her. I had the pleasure of meeting her as well at the golf tournament, and she has Turner syndrome, which causes a lot of developmental delay. And it was actually the school who helped mom and dad get her application through. And her mother wrote, "Thank you so much for this amazing trip. The entire family enjoyed the experience. Thank you to our sponsor for giving this dream to Lailani and our family." And then I'm looking at Joseph, Yosef, Yosef, and he's from Cape May, New Jersey, and level 3 severe autism. And the trip was wonderful. Thank you for giving my son and family this dream trip. Yosef loved seeing his favorite characters at the parks. It made him very happy. And, you know, it's just that beautiful pictures, you know, you can see everybody's happy and enjoying. And the next slide again brings up the criteria, 3 to 18, severe, profound, physical, developmental. And I can't express this enough because, like I say, we are the only wish granting organization that will give a dream to a child with this diagnosis. Okay, they would not qualify for other wish granting organizations that require that life threatening or critical. We don't. And the family's household income and 1 dream per child. And then the next slide I'm looking at is Tally. So Tally was born without her arms and legs, and the most beautiful smile you ever saw if you could see her picture. If you go to our website, sunshinefoundation.org, and you can just scroll through the magical and special dreams and you'll see them, and you would see Tally, and she got a customized adaptive wheelchair so that without her arms and legs, she's able to make some movements that will help her move and then help her parents, you know, move her around better. And she's just beautiful, and we're so grateful to be a part of it, a part of her life and a part of what we're doing. And you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, X. We try to be on everything. We have no advertising budget. You know, we really try to keep our expenses minimal, so that we're spending as much as we can on the dreams and wishes of the children that we serve. So, and the all volunteer chapters, you can go to our website under chapters. You'll see Ocean City, Hamilton, Williamstown, Tuckerton. You know, we have one in Pennsylvania, Delaware County. And then it's just everybody from all over the country who sends funding to help us make the dreams come true. And then Thistle and Ivy, they're at the festival at Hamilton. They just recently opened. The young woman, Julie, and her mother, Joanne, who opened the store, are the daughter and granddaughter of 2, Marion and Jack Koshak, who ran our all-volunteer Ocean City chapter for years. They've since and they opened it up and decided to support Sunshine when they opened Thistle and Ivy. So if you're there, please say hello and thank them for us. And then we are on Roundup for Walmart. So if you go to walmart.com and you check out their Roundup page, I think you have to sign up via Spark and you choose Sunshine, and that's a way to help. But really on Facebook, it doesn't cost anything if you can find us and share, and just look for that little sun and icon with the child reaching up with the little heart in it, and that's Sunshine, because there's other Sunshine Foundations out there that are not us. So you want to be sure to have us and just take our stories. You'll love them, and share them if you can. That helps us just be out there so we can help more children. And we're very proud to be with Charity Watch. Charity Navigator, we're 100% a 4-star charity. We work hard to make sure that, you know, we do what we're supposed to, generally accepted accounting principles. We're audited every year. And Charity Watch, we are top rated, which I don't know that there's any other wish granting organizations that are. And the reason being because they do delve in and make sure you spend your money directly, you know, on the mission. And we're proud to be a part of Charity Watch. And then also Candid, we're platinum transparency. And that's, you know, and then I had a big thank you, you know, to Dr. Thelma Witherspoon and First Lady Parrish, and all the viewers with WEHA 88 and 100.3 FM.
Thank you so much.
And if you let me, I better let you ask some questions, because otherwise I'll just...
I love it. I love it. It's just, everybody's excited. I love it. It's just such a beautiful program. We did send us some questions to ask you, and you may have already answered them, but I love your enthusiasm and your just the work ethic. So, and you told us the mission, right?
Yes, so Sunshine Foundation answers the dreams of children who have lifelong, severe, chronic healthcare needs, which includes that level 3 autism, cerebral palsy, spina bifida, Down syndrome, as well as trauma from physical or sexual abuse.
Mm-hmm. And then you told us when it was started back in
1976, yeah, by Bill Sample, Philadelphia police officer, stationed at St. Chris. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he was my husband, actually. How I started with Sunshine was he asked me to volunteer on a dream lift, and we used to charter before COVID. We had 90 some dream lifts where we would charter an airplane, and this was what Bill started. Nobody else had. Charter an airplane and take children down to the Magic Kingdom for the day. It was amazing. And that's what I was just talking to Hank Blasek, who used to be at Widener Memorial School in Philadelphia. And he's 98 now, and he used to work with Bill to get the children from Widener and other schools. And we've done Trenton, we've done, all kinds of South Jersey area, taking children. And so I was asked to volunteer. I had never been around anyone with a physical disability, so I pushed Leon from Widener, who had Duchenne muscular dystrophy and no movement, and his head, every time we hit a bump, we were going through the Magic Kingdom, every time we hit a bump, his head would fall, I'd have to fix his hat. I was a wreck because I just wasn't, I felt like I wasn't, I didn't know what to do, and he kept telling me, Kate, it's okay, just move my arm, put my arm back up, move my head, put my hat on. It was just so. I got back on the airplane, and I was a different person. I realized there is a population out there. There are people, young children, and anybody who needs help and support, and I want to be more a part of this. Well, things worked out. I ended up marrying when my husband started building the village in Florida. We moved down together. We ended up getting married, having our daughter there. And then once the village was up and working, where the families from all over the country stay, we moved back up to, because I'm originally from Northeast Philly. So, we moved back up to, and Bill was from Albany section of Philadelphia. So we moved back up to Philly so we could be around the family. And and then I've just been, and then Bill, 11 years ago, June 4th, he passed away. So I'm on his coattails because he started, and I'm just on his coattails, and I love it, and just fortunate to have so many, like the all volunteer chapters, and even like what you and Dr. Witherspoon is doing for us, allowing me to get a chance to talk about Sunshine. That's what makes it so important that we just reach out and hopefully help another child.
Now, Sunshine is unique. I mean, you did bring out some of the points, but what makes it, did you tell us what makes it so unique overall?
Oh, yeah. Well, number one is the diagnosis of the child that we help. No other wish-granting organization will give a dream to a child without having a life-threatening or critical condition. We do. So we give dreams. We actually get referrals from other wish-granting organizations because the child has been denied. They've gone there because they recognize the name. So a lot of parents go to the branded name, and then they'll send them to us, or the parents will find us through the internet, where we don't require the life-threatening. So we give dreams to children who have severe, profound. So that's like Down syndrome, level 3 autism, trauma from abuse, diagnoses that cerebral palsy, spina. They'll live the rest of their lives. The children needing help and support, and it's going to get tougher as they get old. As for anybody who's around a child with special needs, or an adult, as just as we grow, it gets more difficult and there's more challenges. So, yeah, that makes us unique. And also that we have the income limit. No other wish granting group has household income limits. So parents can make anything and get a dream for that child or a wish for that child. But we do because Bill always wanted it to be for children whose parents can't afford to give them something special. So that really makes it a unique experience. And then also our all volunteer, we're so all volunteer driven. By our chapters are all volunteer, no bricks and mortar, very little, just like I said, the 2 locations, and that's what we handle. And then I just go out and talk to anybody, and that's another thing. If anybody, schools, if you know someone in a school who works, a nurse, anybody in the medical profession who works with pediatrics or children with special needs, I'd love to talk to them or share our information. I go anywhere that I can to talk about Sunshine so that we can ultimately help another child.
Now, you gave us a lot of information up front, and I'm sure I missed
That's okay, yeah. So,
now, but what are the current dream programs offered? Did you tell us that, or did I miss?
Okay, yeah, Magical Dreams. The most popular is the Magical Dream. So what'll happen is, if anybody who's listening knows of a child with special needs, you go to our website at sunshinefoundation.org and refer a child. And right there it pops up the criteria, which is 3 to 18, severe profound diagnosis, and the household income limits no more than $75,000 annually. That's right there. And if you meet that criteria, then you can go in, click that, and then you get a link to start filling out an application. So we do require financial information. It's all confidential. We do require a doctor to sign off on a form that we have that confirms that the diagnosis is severe profound. Once we have all that, then and it's approved, then we say to the parent or guardian, what would your child like for a dream? And we offer the Magical Dream, which is a trip to Central Florida, and then they can stay at our Dream Village that's down there 20 minutes west of the Magic Kingdom, or they can go to have a shopping spree. There are some parents who want a shopping spree for a child, or an iPad and accessories. We have a boy down in Florida who we were just talking about, who's getting an iPad with adaptive. He has a lot of developmental challenges. So whatever that special gift or trip is, and like I said, some have gone to Great Wolf Lodge or Sesame Place or different places, just Clementon. I'm trying to think of the theme park there. It's whatever the parents, choose, and then we give them the funding. They give us receipts, and so that, because we are audited every year, so we have to confirm that the funds are spent as intended. So yeah, but they're pretty much whatever the child wants. And like I said, with Tally, it was funding towards an adaptable wheelchair. Because sometimes the gift could be too large. People, the average person doesn't realize how expensive a wheelchair is, especially a specialized. Back when I pushed Leon through Disney World in the 80s, back in the 80s, those wheelchairs were thin and there wasn't much to them, and now they're definitely padded and much more comfortable and more adaptable. So it's so we do that type of thing. The little girl who got a dog, therapy dog, for her companion, so that she could, have that emotional and helpful support. Yeah. So there's the categories, basically magical, we say, and special dreams, whatever that may be.
You have volunteers here. So how have the volunteers in New Jersey been a part of the Sunshine's history and success?
Well, they refer children as well as have fundraisers for us. So like I said, the Cape Atlantic chapter in Ocean City, they've had golf tournaments for the past 30 some years. Every year they would have a golf tournament. And then we have Hamilton chapter that has had a bingos for years, and they recently started some a daddy-daughter dance, and then they have some the festivals at one of the churches, like a fair, and selling items, setting up tables. And then in Tuckerton, we've had a fishing tournament for I think close to 30 years. Every year there's a fishing tournament. Yeah, and these are volunteers and just whatever, they're always doing things. It's wonderful. And then they'll refer children. So if they meet somebody, as a matter of fact, in Tuckerton, our chapter, all volunteer chapter there, it's headed by, with the fishing tournament, Denise, who's a pediatric nurse. And she would refer children, and she retired from Beata, and now she's volunteering by heading up our fishing tournament because there was no one to do it. She doesn't fish, but she's like, Kate, I want to just make sure that this happens. So she got a group of people together, and they're keeping the fishing tournament going so that we can help, continue to make dreams come true for the children. And we help children locally, but like I said, also all over. So we take donations from, anywhere, and then we help children wherever we can within the United States.
Now let's go back with donations, because you just opened up in the festival ground near the Acme, over in that section. And now, do they take donations? What type of donations do they take?
Well, they're actually giving a portion of their proceeds, I guess it is, to Sunshine. Like thrift stores, a lot of thrift stores do that, and they chose Sunshine to be the charity to benefit.
Okay.
So, so like Gabriella, who lives in Mays Landing, I think she wants to go to Central Florida and to the theme parks, and that's so they just recently, Thistle and I just recently sent us a check to help fund. And Gabriella is up on our Adopt a Dream site. So if you go to our website, you can actually look at the children who are waiting for their dream come true. And she's up there. And it's so cute because I checked. Now, her Thistle and Ivy donation hasn't gotten put up into the thing yet because we haven't gotten a check. But somebody else made a donation on her site that's Santa Claus. Just online, made a donation for $50 and is Santa Claus. Isn't that, we don't know who that is. It's like anonymous. But we get those, they're just wanting to help and make her dream come true. Yeah, and we're collective. Money comes, we don't have any big major corporations supporting us because, they go with the brand names. They always, how corporations are, they connect with brands. But for us, it's always been collective. Like Bill always said, everyday people making our dreams come true. So it's just money comes together, and then, we look at the children on the waiting list, and it's the next child on our waiting list. We always have, I'd say, anywhere from 40 to some children who are waiting for their dream come true. So that makes it easier for us to just get to those children and get their dreams come true as the funding comes in.
So what you just said, any of us can go to your page and pick any of those kids and donate.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
If you, and let me just, hang on one second. I'm going to our website now, and I realize I'm not sharing this, but if you go to our website, sunshinefoundation.org, and you can go to, here, well, refer a child, up top you'll see refer a child, donate, and then join the dream. But get involved and answer a dream. Here we go. Adopt a dream. So one of the tabs over says answer a dream, and the drop down you'll see donate, ways to help, join the dream, and then adopt a dream. And if you click adopt a dream, it shows all the children who are waiting to have their dream come true.
Wow.
And anybody can go in there and pick them, their diagnosis. It has their little story. Oh my God, I'm looking at Austin. He's so cute. He's got big, it must be a picture from Christmas because he's got these big glasses on, and he's got level 3 autism. And, and then there's Alice, who was just fully funded. So when we're fully funded, we make a note of that so that everybody knows, and then we'll start processing Alice's dream. She's Nikki, who is our director of program services. But I'll tell you, right now she's solo because we had somebody part-time. We're trying to find someone else to work with her. But yeah, she'll start the process with the parents, getting Alice's dream answered.
It's beautiful. Okay, you hear a listening audience, viewing audience. You can go on there, volunteer, donate something, make a child's dream come true. Okay, now in the beginning, because you had a presentation, you shared with us some of the examples of the children's dreams that were answered. Did you have any more, or did you cover them all?
Oh, I could
go on.
Yeah, I could go on. Let me just see here. So if I go, I'm going to go up to our website here, and right at the home section, top rated children's wish granting organization, it has Landon's Magical Week of Wonder. He has Cohen syndrome and had an incredible week exploring Central Florida theme parks. Wesley had Fun in the Sun adventure. He has severitosis. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it's severe, profound. And he also went, I guess that's to Florida. Like, if you can actually read, then, because we have an amazing team that we really try to post all the dreams that we can when we get feedback from the families. So he went to Great Wolf Lodge. That's the one. That's why I mentioned that, because and these children, and Everly. Well, Everly's very special. Down at she's chromosome deletion, which causes a lot of developmental delay. She has 2 older sisters. She's just like 4 years old. She's adorable if you see her story. And they stayed at our dream village, and here we have a woman who used to work at Disney and do the Bippity Boppity Boo, where she dresses them, puts all the makeup and the nails and everything, and she does it for the boys as well. They become princes, and she retired, and she comes to our dream village and sets up a whole little area in our game room, and she decorates all that, fixes them up, fixes their hair, puts all kinds of like tiaras on them and things like that, just to make them, make the kids feel special and allow them to really enjoy, and she's wonderful. Yeah, our Miss Bippity Boppity Boo.
Bippity Boppity Boo. Yeah. Cinderella.
What do you get? Bippity Boppity Boo. But yeah, so they can go into, and they don't have to spend the money to get that done at Disney. We can take care of that. We're so grateful to her for sharing that. And yeah, there's Everly's, and her mother said one of the favorite moments was when Fairy Godmother, that's who that is at the Dream Village, taught her and her sisters how to bow to a to a princess. They made sure to bow to every princess they met. We were warmly welcomed by, and Mariah and Wander down there. We just have 2 staff down there, personnel, and they take care of just doing an amazing job. And the specials, real quick, like Oksana just had an outdoor play set. She has level 3 autism, and Jaden went on a magical Caribbean cruise. He has cerebral palsy. And I talked about Tally, and Justin. This one is really beautiful. Justin got a wheelchair ramp. He's in a wheelchair. He's cerebral palsy, and his family used our funding to put a ramp outside of his home, because Mom said that he couldn't go outside to meet his friends. They live in like I guess like a townhome or row home, like in Philly or something. And so he was able to. They built a ramp so that now he goes out and he can meet his friends outside in his wheelchair. Isn't that cool? I thought that was like awesome. Yeah.
But with all that we do and all of our dreams and everything, there are always some challenges. So what are the biggest challenges and needs today for the Sunshine Foundation?
Oh, I don't know. See, I know there's always challenges, but I'm like, I'm one of those people that I feel like, it's hard to focus on challenges.
Yes, when you're doing good things. Yeah.
Yeah, finding those children, because I feel like there's so many children out there who need our program, could benefit from our program, and their family, because a lot of times it affects the siblings and the parents, and it's getting out there. And that's why I ask everybody, when it comes to our challenges, it's getting our word out to everyone so that we can help more children, so more parents and guardians are aware of what we do. That's our challenge, is being out there. And then, of course, funding, but we're blessed to have great people who support us, and we're always trying to be out there sharing our stories so that then we can get the funding and we can find more children. And that's really, it's pretty, we try to, keep it as simple or efficient and effective and efficient. That's what we try to do, is so that we're always, and that's why. So if you go to Facebook and you look us up, Sun Found it is, and you'll see our stories. And I know at a networking group, I had some fella say that if you're ever feeling down in the morning, go to the Sunshine Foundation website, because you'll see a story that'll right away make you happy. Yeah, all that great feedback, and and I'm so blessed, and I just, I don't know, I'm just so fortunate, and to be able to be a part of, and get to know a lot of the families. That's what I love. Like JJ, who I met in, Brazil. I just went to Brazil years ago, had a dream, and we keep in touch, and I just went to her graduation. She has cerebral palsy, and she was beautiful in her dress, but of course everybody had to dance around her. Her father picked her up and danced with her so that she would feel, but just makes me, I feel like every day I have no problems, because I'm just, we're moving along and making sure we get as many dreams taken care of as we can. And now it's all in, Bill's memory and the legacy and all the people, who help and support. It's wonderful. Lady Parrish, it's really great, and I'm so grateful to you and your viewers.
Thank you so much. Now, you've given us some information of how our listeners or viewers can get involved. So did you cover all those areas that every little nook and cranny we want to know? How can we do something? Can they do something through their church, through their organization, through
that? Yeah, definitely. And we have churches who actually support us through, they'll have certain little drives they do or something. But also we have referral cards, and I always feel like it's about making sure, because when it comes to your church, there are definitely families who could possibly benefit, because churches have, people have all different incomes, and children have different, you have like with autism, level 3 autism, that, if people could go to our website, and make sure. Now, I and anybody, Kate at sunshinefoundation.org, we have referral cards that actually have our criteria. It's in every one of our brochures, so you could hand it to a parent or guardian. And if they meet that criteria, if they feel like they did, like look at it and they're like, oh yeah, my child has severe profound, I'm in that income limit, like you don't have to talk to them about it. You can hand it to them, and they could actually take that back with them and go online and, request a dream, refer their child. So I can get those to anybody, those cards, but please share with or I could send you information. I'm down in South Jersey a lot because of, our all volunteer chapters, so I can stop anywhere, drop things off. I'm happy to do that, whatever's needed.
That's wonderful. Now we're almost at the end of our show, of our visit with you. What thoughts or something from the heart that you would like to leave with our listening, viewing audience from you?
Now you're going to get me teary because and also too, I should mention that I set up coloring stations. So we have these coloring sheets we designed years ago that are see the sunshine in every child. And I believe that in everybody, but we work with children. And children color these, and I hang them up on the sites. I'm at different places. And then I engage the parents by, telling them about what we do so that maybe they know of a child or they have a child who can help. but honestly, like I tell people, when you see someone with special needs, don't ignore them. Don't look away. Don't, like go up and say hello because, they're needing help and support. And you just got to, we used to help children for 27 years. We brought together all known children with progeria, which is an aging disease, children 10 years. Well, people, the world knew about it because my husband started a reunion back in the early 80s for the children who had progeria. And here, I would be with Courtney, so she was probably like 15 years old, but looked like a 150-year-old, 8 to 10 years for every year, and had a lot of challenges, short, and she had her hair, but and just looked so different that everybody would look at her, and it would drive me crazy. But, she would tell me, Kate, relax, I'm all right, I'm used to it, but just, well, we're all just people, and we, and especially those though who you can tell are having challenges. Go up, say hello, just smile. That's all, and be happy, and help them just have a better day.
And also teach our children acceptance.
Absolutely.
As we can do it as adults, but I think it also has to be instilled in our children that everybody's not the same. We all come with differences, and from eye colors to fingernails or whatever, and whatever, just be accepting because that's God's creation. And we believe that. And then when children learn to be accepting instead of bullying, I think it'll be just a little bit easier in this world. Before we go, we want to acknowledge some of our viewers and listeners. We just want to say hi, Babs Dawn, Dr. Thelma Witherspoon. Good morning, Carolyn Barksdale, who said, good morning, Dr. Witherspoon, First Lady Parish. Your listeners, okay, she said that. And Judith Chamberlain Walton, great to see you back, Judy. And also Babs Dawn, Dr. Thelma said, great information. Deacon William Hawks says, wonderful program. So those are people that are listening and getting that information, and we're going to challenge them to share this information.
Yes, please do. Please do share, because you can help us help another child, make another dream come true.
Now, are you ever in the thrift shop up there?
Yeah, well, I was there for the grand opening, and I haven't had a chance to be back yet, but they do have our brochures, and they have the information, a flyer on Gabriella, who's benefiting, yeah. But like I said, I can be anywhere, anytime. I love, my whole 24/7 is just, making sure that we, ultimately get information to help another child.
That is so wonderful. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, your listeners, and tell Dr. Witherspoon I said hello.
She's listening. Tell her. She's listening. Yes, she's on.
Hey, Dr. Witherspoon, thank you so much, and it was so great to meet you at this on Ivy, and thank you for having me on, and with First Lady Parish. It's great. I really appreciate it, and please reach out anytime if you know somebody who I could talk to share our mission. And good luck with everything that's going on with the township.
Yes. And she did give a list of voting dates, and we'll announce those next week because I somewhere went down and I think I lost it on my page.
Is it the 10th?
It's the 10th. She gave a few on her page, and I was looking for it to do it. But look on Dr. Thelma Witherspoon's page, on my page, on WEHA's page to see it, because we try to publish everything so that everybody, can have to know, because this is what we're about in the community with Dr. Thelma Witherspoon. So we thank everyone who's been with us today, listening. We want to especially thank Jared Thomas, who's just so good to me. He knows I'm nervous when I'm doing the shows alone, and he sort of holds my hand. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jared.
Thank you, brother. We call him Professor J. So thank him so much. So we want to say have a great weekend. take someone to church with you. Be good to everybody. And we will see you next week. As Dr. Witherspoon would always say, did you enjoy our show? I know you did. So thank you for tuning in. God bless you. And have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. See you next week for our Father's Day tribute. Okay. Thank you, Miss Kate. God bless you.
Thank you all so much.